Okay, in today's video about ICP, I want to tell you why in this area in internet computer, we are looking absolutely bullish. We are also going to check out some different scenarios about what might be next. And also, I'm going to show you some other signs that suggest whales are actually accumulating ICP and soon we are going to get a big move on the upside. So with that said, hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you are having a great time with your family and loved ones. And first, let me start with this thing, total ICP burned. Now, if you are a regular viewer, we talked about this metric quite a lot when we had a big jump in it. And if you are a new viewer, I should tell you that this massive jump was because of the launch of BOB protocol. Now, if you don't know what total ICP burned means, basically, in order to have transactions, you need to pay the fees by Internet Computers token. And when you pay the fees, that specific amount of ICP will go to a specific wallet and it will be locked forever. And that is called ICP burned tokens. Now, here's a very important point. If you want to, as a user, use ICP, or maybe as a developer, you want to build on ICP's blockchain, then okay, by using the blockchains, you also burn some ICPs. And this metric is called cycles and proposal fees. If you add this metric with the ICP burn tokens as a result of transaction fees, you end up with this thing, total ICP burned. The important point that I'm trying to make in here is this. This huge jump is not because of transaction fees and because, for example, the fees went higher. No, this is purely because people are just using Internet Computers blockchain more and more, and overall we are seeing just more adoption. And here is the deal, this number will always go up, but what really matters for us is the slope of this chart. And when we were around these areas, I didn't talk about this because I wanted to see this chart develop a bit more. And now that we have more data, as you can see in here, the slope right in here hasn't actually decreased. And if anything, we are seeing an increasing of the slope. So what's the message in here? People are just using more and more ICP, and this massive jump is not like a one-time thing. No, it seems like that this is very much sustainable. And what does it mean? It means, well, okay, we are seeing more and more adoption, and ultimately this will cause price appreciation for ICP's token, which is a fantastic bullish sign in the mid to long term. Now, do we have some other bullish signs in here? The answer is yes. And I saw this chart, which is, as you can see, the number of addresses with balance more than 10K. And as you can see, this metric is just rising. So this is a very, very important sign that suggests investors slowly but surely are accumulating ICP right around the current prices. And there's a very high chance that soon, as a result of these things, we are going to see a big move on the upside. Now, if you do not care about any of these things and you care about the charts, well, okay, even according to the charts, we are having some magnificent bullish structures. Let me tell you what is going on in here. First, the reason that we got this rejection is because we are having in here a very important resistance area from weekly and daily time frame at the same time. And by the first time that we touch it, makes sense for us to get some sort of a reaction from it. Second point, this move down right in here. So far, it seems quite weak, which is a very important characteristic of a correction structure. And it means after it's over, we can expect another big move up in order to get a break of this very important area. And here's the thing, above it, I think the road on the upside is going to be much, much more clear. So what's the message? Basically, in ICP, we hung around this area quite a bit. And I think this will change once we get a break of this region, do a pullback, and then a continuation of the move up. At that point, you are going to see our uptrend in Internet Computer continue at quite a bit of a rapid pace. Now, what can we say for the short term? I'm considering at the moment two main scenarios in this area that I want to talk to you about, and there is another possibility, but I'm going to talk about that scenario in the next video. For now, let's just see what is happening in this area. And the first scenario suggests maybe we are going to get another move on the downside in order to take this low around, let's say, $10.4. The question is, if we take this low, does this mean that at that point we are going to be bearish? In my opinion, no. You see, I can tell you, in this region, we can have starting maybe from this high an ABC in form of an expanded flat, which looks like this on the downside. This is, if I just take this one, our initial move down into a correction for wave B, which in it we are going to take this side, and then we're going to have another move down into our C leg. And in this leg, we are going to take the low of our wave A. And for the sub waves, let's just do this one, take this one. Okay. ABC down into A. Let's change the colors to white. Correction for wave B. Maybe ABC, maybe a WXY. For me, doesn't really matter. And then we must have a 5 wave down into our C leg. Let's go on the live chart and see what is happening. So I'm thinking, according to one scenario, we can have an ABC to around here, followed by that, this can be A, B, C on the upside, and then we can have, if I just take this one, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave down, and on a higher degree, these are the sub waves for, you know it, an A, B, C, expanded flat, which in it suggests that we might take this low around 10.4 cents. So what's the messaging here? If we are going to have some more moves on the downside in the next couple of days, I want you to just stay calm. There is nothing to be worried about in internet computer. This is a correction structure, and overall it's just going to be part of the bullish process. Now, can we have another scenario? Yes, you see, I can tell you, maybe instead of an ABC up in this move, we are going to have, if I just zoom in more in here, excuse me, where is it? There we go. Maybe let's take this one. Okay, like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave impulsive structure. In that case, I'm gonna say that we're gonna have starting from this point a 1, 2, 3 correction for 4, and this 5 up is actually into this wave 5, and this whole move on the downside right around this area is going to be on the same degree as this one. Now, even according to this possibility, in my opinion, there's a very high chance that this is a correction, and after it's over, we are going to get some more moves on the upside. Why is that? Because there's a very, very high chance that according to this possibility, this is a 1, 2, 3, and okay, where is our wave 4 and 5 in here? The answer is we don't have it. That's why we are going to argue, look, there is a possibility that in it we might be able to say this is a correction for 4, and after it's over, what are we going to have? You know it, because we have said it so many times, another big move on the upside into wave 5, and who knows, maybe when we get this move up and break this very important resistance area, at that point our wave 5 is going to get quite a bit extended, and you might see something very, very special in internet computer. So let's have our final conclusion and wrap up today's video. If you like fundamentals, well, in ICP, you do not have anything to be worried about, because the total ICP burn suggests that people are using ICP just more and more, and overall we are seeing more adoption. And also in here, the number of addresses with balance more than 10K is just rising, which is another sign that suggests investors are accumulating ICP around this area. So in terms of fundamentals, we do not have anything to be worried about. And in terms of technical analysis and what's happening in the chart, also we are looking magnificent. And in the short term, I fully believe this is a correction structure, and it makes perfect sense for us to have a correction around this area, because at the moment we are under this very important resistance area. So makes sense. From here we get some sort of a reaction. However, I don't think that we are going to stay under here for that long. No, I'm thinking soon after our move down is over, we're going to get a big move up and break this area and continue our uptrend. And at that point, because above here we're not having a whole lot of strong resistances, we can say that our move up starting from these areas is going to continue at quite a bit of a rapid pace. So overall, everything in ICP, in my opinion, is screaming bullish, and very soon we are going to see some very, very special price action in here. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in internet computers chart. Anyway, If you found any value in my content, I would really appreciate if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you want more, maybe you want a complete analysis for your own specific crypto, or maybe you want to learn some decent TA in order to be able to make good money in the markets, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. And until the next video, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.